Did you, in the early days, write all your own scripts?
Oh, yes, such as they were.
I take it then that you went out with a piece of paper and an idea and said, well, we're going to shoot a...
Stan Laurel spent decades making the world laugh, but behind that famous smile was a life marked by loss, failed relationships, financial struggles, and one devastating goodbye. Born Arthur Stanley Jefferson in England in 1890, Stan grew up surrounded by theater. His father managed theaters and wrote plays, while his mother was an actress. Stan was often separated from his parents because of their work, but instead of turning away from show business, he became fascinated by it. He created toy theaters, performed puppet shows, and eventually began performing on stage himself. At just 15, Stan was already skipping school to perform. His father eventually realized that his son belonged on the stage. That encouragement helped launch a career that would eventually take him to America. Stan joined Fred Karno's comedy troupe, where he worked alongside a young Charlie Chaplin. When the troupe reached America in 1912, Stan made a risky decision. Instead of returning to England, he stayed behind, determined to build a career in the United States. The road to fame wasn't easy. Stan struggled through years of vaudeville work and small film roles. He also had a complicated relationship with May Dahlberg, his early-stage and romantic partner. Eventually, producer Joe Rock helped Stan move forward professionally, and by the 1920s, he was working at Hal Roach Studios. Then came the partnership that changed comedy forever. When Oliver Hardy temporarily became unavailable because of an injury, Stan returned to the screen. That unexpected opportunity eventually led to Laurel and Hardy becoming one of the most beloved comedy teams in history. Their success wasn't simply luck. Stan was deeply involved in writing, developing jokes, shaping performances, and perfecting timing. Their famous physical comedy required enormous effort, and their transition from silent films to talking pictures proved that their humor could survive a changing Hollywood. But while audiences were laughing, Stan was experiencing devastating personal pain. In 1930, Stan and his wife Lois welcomed a son, Stanley Robert. The baby was born prematurely and survived for only 9 days. The loss devastated Stan. His marriage eventually ended, and during a later divorce, he reportedly admitted that he was still in love with Lois. His personal life remained turbulent through several more marriages before he finally found greater stability with Ida Cativa Raphael. Then came financial trouble. Multiple divorces, legal disputes, poor investments, and other financial decisions gradually destroyed much of Stan's wealth. At one point, he reportedly had to sell valuable possessions and even borrow money from Oliver Hardy. But the greatest heartbreak was still ahead. After their final film together, Laurel and Hardy returned to live performances in Europe. Their chemistry was still there, even though both men were aging. Then, in 1957, Oliver Hardy died at just 65. Stan was shattered. He refused to replace Oliver or create another comedy partnership, believing there could never be another Oliver Hardy. For Stan, Laurel and Hardy wasn't simply a career. It was a bond that could never be recreated. Stan spent his final years increasingly isolated and dealing with declining health. On February 23, 1965, he died in Santa Monica at the age of 74 after a heart attack. Millions remembered the man who made them laugh. But behind the gentle smile was someone who had endured the loss of a child, broken relationships, financial hardship, and the death of his closest friend. Stan Laurel's story reminds us that the person making everyone else laugh can sometimes be carrying pain nobody sees. If you enjoyed this deeper look into classic Hollywood, subscribe to Hollywood Bulletin for more stories behind the stars, legends, and unforgettable moments of entertainment history.